Good morning, Radio Sport. We are 24 hours out from the first test match of the year. Of course, the AB's taking on France. Let's take a look around the weather forecast. New Zealand, top to bottom. Northland, Auckland, Coromandel.
The All Blacks are in town. So there's only one thing on everyone's mind. The test match.
Today, Radio Sport here. France versus the All Blacks.
People are going, what?
How can four All Black coaches be wrong? Do we understand enough about his role in the team?
People are obviously passionate about the All Blacks.
Hello, Trevor. We've got one team. And that team has got this aura about it still. If you're an All Black, there is something very special about that.
The All Blacks in the back should have a field day.
Which players are playing for their All Black life?
The core and Carver play.
The fervour of it, the religion of it is still right up there.
Not going to let you down.
Would Marseille be your backup? Can he replicate that form? We are absolutely obsessed.
Obsession. There's no other word for it. Back page, front page, airwaves, TV screens, billboards. The All Blacks are everywhere. There is no escape. But obsession means winning is a must.
We've achieved extraordinary success, but unfortunately with that comes expectation.
There's 4 million people now that live in New Zealand, and every one of those people believe they're shareholders in our great organisation, and they expect us to win.
What do you expect?
I expect them to win every time they go out there.
We're the All Blacks, we can't lose.
Every time they go on the field, they wear that jersey, I expect to win.
We expect no more of them than they expect of themselves.
Put the jersey on and no one was to beat you. You were an All Black and you're not allowed to get beaten by anyone.
For me in those early years, I was just petrified of failing. That fear of failure was a huge motivating factor.
I used to let all that get on top of you, and every time you walked off the field and had a win, it was like, phew, it's relief rather than actually joy of winning.
It's a weight off your shoulders, you know, it's like, phew, I can walk down the street tomorrow because we won.
I was asked a question one day, is it worse? You know, is it worse than life or death? And I said, no, it's a lot worse than that.
Win and a nation's content. Lose at rugby, not in New Zealand you don't. Not if you're the coach or captain who wants to stay in a job.
Apart from Wales, I think this country is the most fanatical rugby country in the world, and that does put pressure on players, but that's the way of the world and that's the way of New Zealand, and we've just got to deal with it.
I guess the media can be a bit suffocating at times, but you know, we've just got to do it, otherwise people just won't support you, they won't know what's going on.
You need a lot of resilience in this sort of job. You know, you've got to have a lot of perseverance, self-belief, those sort of qualities, otherwise you'd go under.
Guided by Graham Henry, these All Blacks don't lose many. They know what's expected and they're learning to cope with it.
The pressure we put on ourselves to perform is what governs us rather than the outside influences, which, to be quite honest, you can't have any influence over at all.
If you get tied up in things that you can't control, like media expectation, media criticism, etc., then you're not going to play as well as you should do on the Saturday. So it's a matter of controlling your own thought processes, how you prepare and so on, and it takes a pretty mature athlete to do that.
If you have confidence in what you're going to do and confidence that you've done the work to go out and perform, well, that's how you get more consistency. You know, if you play on emotion and fears, then one week you will play your best and the next week you won't. You can look at expectation, pressure as a big burden, or you can look at it as just think, hell, I'm obviously the best man to be in this job because I've been picked. If you didn't want to be in the spotlight, then stop playing. That's sort of the way to think about it. It's just the way it is.
Sometimes, though, if just for a moment, even an All Black needs a break, a chance to breathe. Take Carl Heyman.
Just here at Opunake at the moment, down at the beach. Pretty special place for me. Is brought up here and spent a lot of years here when I was younger. It's got that sort of relaxing bit about it, I guess. Yeah, it's just good to get back and to enjoy a bit of the coastline. Doesn't help your performance if you're always feeling the weight on your shoulders of the sort of pressure of the people expecting the All Blacks to win and that sort of stuff. So make life pretty hard if you're always thinking about that. And I thought the world was going to end if you lose a game. It was, you know, it'd make life pretty tough. Although that pressure's there, it's something that you just got to wipe out and forget about.
There is always the job, though, and a job that Heyman and his generation are doing well. Very well. Like their rugby forefathers, they are innovative, expert, ruthless and determined. determined to add a new chapter to an illustrious history.
This is a team where there are no weaknesses really, and I think that is special.
I love watching the All Blacks play. At the moment, they're one of the few teams that I actually pay to go and watch.
It's like a machine, you know, and nothing can stop them.
As long as the team's performing and you're doing your bit within that, then that's what we're after.
It's like a stage, you know, everything you've done up until then is just rehearsal, so when you're on the field, it's your time.
These boys can play, and I enjoy the whole team expressing themselves.
If you've played well, that's where the real satisfaction comes. There's certainly times on a Sunday morning where I ask myself what I'm up to. You're feeling like that and you've come off good, then the other team's probably feeling worse. So that's one way I try and make myself feel better.
Game over. Another All Black victory to add to the record books. A good one too. Everybody goes home happy. Not in New Zealand, they don't.
The All Black performance? Indeed. Mediocre. Very mediocre. I've seen them play better than that.
Not one player shone.
I'd say it was a little boring.
Too many mistakes, too many mishandlings.
We held a bit back, I think. Next week, yeah, 60 at least.
I think we got better as the game went on, which was pleasing. I think we've got a lot to work on as a team. Yeah, so it was an improving performance as the 80 minutes ticked on. We played for 160, we might have been pretty good at the end.
Tonight, though, is a special occasion for one man. Brendan Leonard can now call himself an All Black.
My first one, yep. It's see the All Blacks in the silver fern. Got my name down the bottom there. It's in black as well. And the France Auckland 020607.
You're not going to give that away?
No, mate. No, I'm going to hold on to it for a long time, actually. Yeah.
He's in the club. Part of All Black history. A rich, powerful sporting belief that is handed down through generations. A history that gives an island nation its soul.
The mana that this fern gives us will keep us going forever and a day.
Make a mental note the first time you pull on the All Black jersey, the excitement you have, and every other time you pull it on, recall that feeling.
When I had the All Black jersey, I was the caretaker of it. And now, there's the new generation of All Blacks that are coming through.
You got to pinch yourself and say, you know, it's a pretty special moment to put that jersey on. You never know whether you're going to get to do it next time or not.
It's got a lot of history and, you know, it gives you a real sense of pride.
I want to enjoy my time, you know, look back and say, you know, I gave everything I could while I could.
You got to earn it, you know, and it's only the best earn it.
If you can say when you've left that you've left the jersey in good shape, and I think that's all you can ask.
I think Fergie McCormick said about me once that I treated the All Black jersey as pure gold, and to me that's a good description. It is pure gold.
I don't think one day in my whole life has ever gone by without some reference or mention of the fact that, you know, I was part of that great band of men.
Whether you've played one game or 100 games, you're still an All Black.
I love saying I played for the All Blacks.
We know with all the boys that play rugby in New Zealand, they'll give their right arm to be part of that club. And I was very fortunate, and I was very privileged and very honoured to be part of that. And you know, I'm just glad to be part of it.
So beautiful.